Well, he was on his way to the major leagues and was from right here in eastern Idaho, but then hit some rough patches in his career and life.
In tonight's Idaho Gems, Brenda Stanley catches up with Christian Kernel and his quest to give special needs kids a very special night.
Christian was raised in American Falls, and this small-town boy made it to the big leagues in baseball. But instead of making it to the majors, he's making a major difference in the lives of children who, while called special, may not always feel that way. It was never a question with Christian Kernel.
I mean, I remember as a little kid, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on posters I would write down, I want to be on this poster someday, I want to be a professional baseball player someday. I would always practice my autograph when I was little because I wanted to be a professional baseball player.
But even though he wanted it and nothing else, it wasn't until later that the reality set in.
So I didn't realize I was going to go pro until college, and I was playing against former professional baseball players or guys that would be professional baseball players, and I was hanging right in there with them, and I was doing really well, and then that's when I kind of realized it.
For years, he was living the dream, playing professional baseball.
In 2003, I was drafted by the Rockies, and then I signed and played until 2011, and I played for 9 seasons, 8 years, and got all the way up to AAA and played AAA for 3 years. There's usually 6 different levels, and then I got up to the highest level and played there for 3 years and played in Major League Spring Training a couple years and did really well, and it was just some other things, outside distractions took over, so that's why my career kind of ended.
Those distractions included an alcohol problem that led to several DUI arrests, a failed marriage, and the disappointment of family and friends. Christian left the game he loved and the only life he had planned on living, something he blames on no one but himself.
Yeah, the problem was they were all self-inflicted. Like, I caused all these bumps, and so then I'm like, I don't need any sympathy from people. You know, I caused them. It was my fault. It was stupid. So I'm just fortunate to come out and have another chance, and so it's all, I don't think about it too often, and when I do, I just think about what I can do good next.
Instead of playing, Christian is now teaching. He has taken his love of special needs children and for the last several years has taught special education in both Pocatello and Highland High School. And one of his most successful accomplishments has been his Hitting Hearts Foundation and the money it has raised to help take special needs kids to prom.
Yeah, so the prom's a big deal for a lot of high school kids, and so they didn't get to, they would maybe go to a dance after a basketball game, just in all school, just casual, informal dance, but not long, maybe half an hour or something like that. But this prom, it was a lot, and it was good for them to see. Like, it's a big deal. They still talk about it. They talked about it almost every day after prom, and they still talk about it. Each night was just magical.
And while it may have been a long road back from the big leagues, Christian Kernel has been able to create a life that is giving back more than what he ever could have imagined.
So if I could go back to 2013 and be like, all right, you can get to the big leagues and not have a platform and just be the major leaguer that's got money and then just kind of alone, or you not get to the big leagues but set yourself up for, some disasters but rebound and then have a platform to help a bunch of kids, I would choose the latter. I mean, that's what I wanted to do.
Christian is already getting things together for this year's prom and is hoping to include more of the schools in our area. If you'd like to contribute to making it an even bigger and more special day for these kids, there's a link to the Hitting Hearts Foundation on our website at kpvi.com.